This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
All right, back to work. It's Monday. Back to work again. It's Short Fuse Monday, too. A lot of short fuses out there for some reason. I noticed it driving around today. It's Short Fuse Monday. The weekend's gone. Back to work again. It's Short Fuse Monday. It's back to work again. That should be our opening song for Mondays. That's an old Steckler song. I don't know if he wrote it or if he heard it. It's Short Fuse Monday. The weekend's gone. Back to work again. It's Short Fuse Monday. Back to work again. All right. This time, Beverly Hills takes a hit. Guys walked into 7-Eleven and robbed the place. Dozens on bikes, ransacking the joint. What's going on?
It's a sight that's become all too familiar. Swarms of people looting local businesses. Here's video of about 40 people ransacking a 7-Eleven in the Pico Robertson area just a few days ago. President of the Los Angeles Urban Policy Roundtable says enough is enough.
Snatch and grab robberies and thefts. If this continues, and they seem to be continuing and gathering momentum, we're not going to have these stores in our community. We're going to have...
We're not going to have it in any community. It's not just that community. It happens everywhere you look. Every time you go into a store, you think, okay, someone is probably going to rob the place while I'm here. I see it all the time. I always see people stealing. And when I was growing up, I never saw it. Maybe I was blind to it. Maybe I just didn't notice. I don't know. I was modeling back then. So maybe I was just sort of into my modeling career and checking. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Was I interrupting you, Angel? I'm talking about my modeling career.
Yeah.
Well, I would call my agent manager to see where my next gig was. Am I going to do runway this weekend? Is it going to be just a photo shoot for young kid?
Underwear.
Yeah, underwear. Yeah. Okay, all right, I'll take that. But I didn't notice people stealing. Angel, when you walk into stores, and be honest, I have to say,
okay.
Yes, do you see it at all in Orange County?
See what?
People stealing?
I have a couple times, but it's been a few years.
Okay.
It's been since COVID that I've seen people just walk out the front door with an armful of stuff.
Yeah, I see it all the time. And I really hate watching it, because I don't know why it irritates me, but it really does. Like when somebody throws trash out the window of a car, that sort of bugs me, but not really. I don't get pissed off about a lot of stuff. But man, when I see people stealing, it really does irritate me. I saw people. What?
I was going to say, I saw these guys throw stuff out of the window one time on the freeway, and we were sitting in traffic, and I pulled up to them, and I noticed that they were military, but they weren't. It was probably their day off or something.
Right.
And I rolled down my window. And I smiled at them, and they smiled back, and they thought I was going to say something nice, probably.
Oh, that's great.
And I said, excuse me, I think you're supposed to be protecting our company, not littering it.
Oh, that's great. All right. That happened to me on the way to Las Vegas again. Most of my stories surround the track or Vegas. Hence, I'm wearing $12 shirts. But I was the very first time I went to Las Vegas with my then girlfriend, who's not my wife, by the way. And we stopped in Baker at I think it was a Del Taco or Taco Bell. And the guys in front of us looked like they were right out of, and I hate this term, right out of central casting for gang members. The bald tattoos, white T-shirts, shorts, loud music, the whole run. And they got their food. They were in front of us. They got their food, and they're waiting for their drinks. And they took their food out of the bag, and they threw the bag out of the car. And my wife goes to get out of the car. I go, hey, where are you going? You going to the bathroom? She goes, no, I'm going to take that bag and throw it back in their car. Whoa. I'm like, sweetie, look, I know we just met. That's a solo act. When you're with me, that's not going to happen.
The second you leave this car, I'm gone.
Yeah. I don't know if you know anything about living in a big city. I know you're from Oregon. That's not the right move. I'm going to keep you alive by telling you you're not going to do that. I know we just met. We're on our first trip together, but that's a wrap on throwing crap back into a gang member's car because he littered. That's not going to happen anymore. All right, let's get back to 7-Eleven being looted near Beverly Hills.
Underserved communities with no low-cost retail stores.
According to LAPD's end-of-year report for 2023, citywide thefts increased by 16%, which included 137 flash robberies. An organized retail theft task force was created in August of last year.
How's that going? How's the organized task force going? Anything?
Task force was created in August of last year.
All right.
But Hutchinson is calling on the community to do more.
Now is time for the community to step up. Community engagement, community watches, community alerts. That's not telling and suggesting people put themselves in harm's way. No, but people see things in the community.
Some in the area think a community group would help.
By having community involvement, I think it will happen less because when people from the outside know that there are eyes and ears on what's going on, they tend to stay away.
I don't know. You shouldn't put yourself in danger because a guy's lifting a Snickers. Let the Snickers walk out the door.
Others feel like it could be dangerous and it doesn't address the underlying issues.
I don't know if community members have the wherewithal to build a housing place, jobs, or do these things that would possibly prevent it. I mean, I think it's strictly financial.
If you can raise them right when they're young and teach them right, I say guidance will be the better way. Community watch, that'd be cool, but don't jab and poke and don't engage yourself. Don't make it worse because now you're involving yourself into a different situation.
Yeah, this guy's onto something here.
If you can raise them right when they're young. And
that's all you have to say.
If you can raise them right. I
was talking to a bartender in Vegas over the weekend, and he said when he gets off work, he's a bartender from 11 p.m. till 6 a.m. That's his shift. Crazy shift, by the way. But he's bartender in Vegas to be working from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. You see it all. So I was at the bar, drinking late, and I was just sitting there by myself, me and my liver, having a few. And he said when he gets off work and he goes to, a gas station or a bagel store or his cleaners, whatever, that he's still in work mode, because he's a bartender and bartenders make money off of being real personable and outgoing and upbeat. And that's how they make money in tips. They make a lot more money if they are positive and they engage you and they tell funny stories. They listen to yours. You just get you have a rapport with your customers. And so when he goes out after his shift, when he gets off at 6 a.m. and he goes out to do errands or whatever, he's still in that mode of still up and hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. How's it going? How the kids? All this stuff. And he said there's a lot of people out there who started work in the morning who are not in that mood. But this guy's onto something here.
If you can raise them right when they're young and teach them right, I say guidance will be the better way.
That's right. That's exactly right. That dude's onto something.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Hey, Steffush, what was the guy's name? Maybe you know, maybe you don't, but you're a big fan of The Office, and so am I. That's one of the things we have in common.
Yes, sir.
What's Jim's name? Is it the actor?
John Krasinski.
Okay, John Krasinski. Yeah. There's a great video of him. I think he was on Stephen Colbert, one of the late night talk shows. And I'm going to get some of these things wrong, but the overall point to the story is right. So don't write Bellio and say he got this wrong, got that wrong, because we'll just we'll throw those emails away. But just the bigger point. He wanted to be a teacher. Jim from the Office. So he went through college. And then after college, he said to his mom, I want to try acting. And she said, okay, on one condition, that in 2 or 3 years, if it's not happening and you're not getting any luck, you have to quit. I'm not going to tell you to quit. I can't do that to you. You've got to come to me and say, Mom, it's not working out. I want to go and become a teacher. So 2 years into it, he's not getting any offers, not getting any action, very few commercials, not making a living at it, broke. He called his mom in September and said, I'm packing everything up. I'm coming home to, I don't know, Cincinnati, wherever he lived. And I'm going to be a teacher. I'm going to give up acting. I'm going to be a teacher. And the mom said, well, why don't you wait until Christmas? I'll help you out. And if you come home at Christmas, we'd love to have you back home. The house is quiet without you. Why don't you come back at Christmas? Give it another 3 months. And if you get nothing, we'd love to have you back. 3 weeks later, he got the office. 3 weeks later. Is that an unbelievable story? And that show wouldn't have been the same without him. I don't know anybody that could have filled, that role. I don't think that show would have been successful without him. I don't know who else would have played that role. It's like the show Friends. Bellio always says this. She says it like 2 or 3 times a day. She said if it wasn't for all the friends, that show wouldn't be all it was. She used all twice.
I did?
Yeah. Oh. But that's probably true. Without all those 6 friends, the 3 guys and 3 women, if you didn't see it, it's 3 people or 6 people that live in New York. They're not making a really great living, but they live in a really nice apartment in New York. So something odd there. But without those 6 friends wouldn't be friends.
It would just be friendly, and that's not as appealing as Friends.
It wouldn't have been successful, I don't think. Yeah. I mean, it had to have all the friends. So there you go. Somebody, it's in my backpack. I got a letter today from a young lady.
Do you want me to grab it?
Yeah, will you? Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did that go over the air? After she said, no, I guess it didn't. After she said, you want me to get it because my backpack's in the other room? I said, yeah. And as she walked away, she used the S word. That's
what I heard.
Like I was putting her out.
Did it get cut off? Because
yeah.
Yeah.
So she offers to help me. And then when I say yes, she gets pissed. That's who we are around here. You offer to help. Somebody says, oh, great. And you're like, oh, F. Now I got to do it. Here it is. Thank you. Oh, okay. It's too much, right? Yeah. Really put you out there? Yeah. What were you doing that you didn't, what were you doing that was keeping you busy that you weren't?
I'm sewing a shirt.
Oh, you're sewing a shirt? Okay. God almighty. It really is. It's like a nut house around here. But here's the woman's name. Mary, I think it is. Yeah. Mary from Paris, California. And she wrote this. She said, hi, my name is Mary. I'm not giving her last name. I would love to buy your 2007 car. I got a Navigator. It's worth $600. Please tell me how much more you want. I live at such and such in Paris, California. And it said, I would be very grateful if you could find a way to drop it off at my house. I'll pay extra for delivery. If you ever miss your car, you're always welcome to come over and take it for a ride. And P.S. Please don't read this on the air. Sorry. But she sent me. I thought Bellio took it. She sent me 5. Look at that, Croge. 5 $100 bills.
Holy moly!
In the mail. She trusts the mail like that.
Holy moly!
5 $100 bills.
Could have used that Friday.
Yeah, I could have used it on
That's
all
what I'm
weekend.
Saying.
No kidding.
You could have got it on Friday. You got your mail on Friday. You'd be good on.
But she seems like a very nice lady. Her name is Mary.
That's amazing.
But I think I'm going to keep it, and I can't. I'm paralyzed with it. I can't get. So I got to send this money back. I don't know how to do it. Maybe a cashier's check or maybe the money didn't make it. The letter made it, but the money didn't make it. That's too bad.
Whoops.
Maybe I'll send it back to her. But no, I'm going to keep it. Mary, I appreciate the offer. Very sweet of you. But I think I'm going to hold on to it. And then somebody else sent me, and there was no note in it or anything, but they sent me an autographed by my dad. And they got it at some browser bin. And I know his signature, so that is his signature. And they got it at some swap meet or browser bin or Goodwill for $9.99.
That's a fantastic picture.
Yeah. So I'm going to put it next to the other 1,200 autographed photos I have of him, and that'll be a nice addition.
That's what I was doing. What? Did he ever bring home like things
autograph
to sign?
pictures for me? No, I wasn't there.
Did he ever sign stuff at home for fans or anything like that?
Yeah. He would have a desk and like literally like 100 photos, and just give him the name. Hey, here's one for Steve. Sign it, give it back. Sign it, give it back to him. But
he never recruited any of you guys to.
No, he signed. He wanted to sign every single one himself.
That's awesome.
Harvey Korman, on the other hand, he signed his, but it was Xeroxed. When somebody asked for a picture of Harvey Korman, it was a Xerox copy.
So he signed one time.
He signed one time and then gave people a Xerox copy of it, which I think people probably thought was funny. I think it worked and didn't cost much. It was $0.015 out the door at Kinko's. Well, actually, he probably got it done at CBS when they were doing the show. He got it for free. But the listeners are great. I mean, I got $500 cash for the car, but I can't give up that car. So, Mary, I'm going to return the money. I'll figure out how to give it back to you. But I appreciate that. Very kind listeners.
You're just going to hang on to that car.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I don't know, man. I just don't think I can get rid of it. And the nice thing about it is I can use it as my drunk car. So I can drive to, let's say a Kings game. I can drive it down there and then drink down there and then take a cab home and then
have to worry
and go get it the next day or 2 days later.
You're not at all worried about the condition you find it in.
Yeah, I don't give a rat's ass. It's worth $600. Tear it apart if you have to. What the hell? But it's nice to have a drunk car. You can not drinking and driving, but leaving there, then drink, and then taking a cab home and going to grab it later at some date. And I've done that before where I forgot where I left it. That's always fun. I knew
the good old days.
I knew it was one of 5 places it had to have been. Kids, don't drink. Don't drink and drive for sure. But also, if you can help it, I don't know, don't drink. And also, when we come back, I got to straighten some people out.
Oh.
Let me write it down. I got to straighten some people out.
People in the show here?
No.
Me?
That's a lost cause. But I'm telling people who are in public. I've run into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 corrections I got to make about people in public. 5 corrections. And they better be quick or else we're going to lose society. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things I've got to correct in people's behavior. I saw over the weekend, and people don't get it. And I'm going to help you out.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
It is the Conway Show. We have time for this? I think we do. I mean, before I straighten everybody out on behavior, this is John Krasinski. This is the whole story on how he got The Office. It's pretty amazing. He's Jim in The Office. If you love that program, or that show, you know who he is.
You were going to be a teacher, I understand.
That's right. I was in college. I was going to be a teacher all the way up till the end. And then out of sheer laziness, I went to Brown University that took mid-year. Yeah! He's like, noun? What? And I was like, no, Brown. At the end, so I came in mid-year. I had to go to school in January. They accepted me mid-year. And so...
Why did they accept you mid-year?
They had a program for the 32 kids that didn't get in. They had they let you in.
Oh, so
they did. There were 32. You were waitlisted. And then they said, hang tough with one of those kitten posters. And then we got in. A couple of us did. Yeah, so out of sheer laziness, after my friends graduated in May, I thought, well, I'm going to be an English teacher, so let's just find a place that transfers credits back. And there was a theater school, and I went to that theater school, and it completely changed my life. The National Theater Institute at the Eugene O'Neill Center changed my life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, your dad's a doctor?
Yep.
Mom's a nurse. Mm-hmm. Very respectable jobs.
Yes.
Were they at all worried about you doing something quite so vagabond as being an actor?
I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were.
Did they express their worry? Did they say, please don't throw your life away?
No, I'm from one of those amazing families where I was leaving that theater school that I told you. Truly, my mom came to pick me up from that theater school after 16 weeks or something. And as soon as the car left the driveway of the school, I said, I'm moving to New York and I'm going to be an actor. And my mom paused for probably a half a second and she said, great, go do it. The only thing I ask you is in 2.5 or 3 years, if you don't have any sense that this is going to happen, we used to fish as kids. So she was like, if you don't get a nibble or a bite in 2.5 or 3 years, you have to make me one promise. And I said, what? And she said, you got to pull yourself out because as your mother, you can't ask me to tell you to give up on your dreams. And I said, that's so profound and yes, fair. Cut to 2.5 years later, I was like, so I'm out. This is terrible. It's so scary. This is the worst. Waiting tables, not as fun as they say. And she said, you know, it's September. Just wait it out. Just wait till the end of the year. Don't give up just yet. I was telling her to come get me. And
in New York?
Yeah. And 3 weeks later, I got the office.
Wow. Yep. And that worked out.
Either the audience was sleeping or they didn't understand that there should be applause there. I think they were asleep.
And in New York?
Yeah. And 3 weeks later, I got the office.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
That
right. I know.
They went to work.
I don't know. I guess people just fell asleep, or I don't know what's going on with the Stephen Colbert show.
Wow. Yep. And that worked out.
So, you know, I give her a lot of love and 10%. So, you know, she deserves it.
So that's something that all parents should know is that success is only 3 weeks away.
It's a pretty good story. Pretty good story. All right. Over the weekend, there are 5 different areas that parents have not corrected behavior in kids. They didn't grow up learning this. So now I've got to do it. They always pull me back in. It's now up to me. And the 5 areas, we'll go over each of the areas when we come back. But it has to do with driving, buying coffee, walking into an establishment, being in an establishment like a casino, and doing something in public that I think should be in private. All right, those are the hints. But when we come back, I'm going to try, because nobody else is doing this. Nobody else is telling people that they're misbehaving, but they are. And I've got to shame them for that. And you've got to shame them as well. We have to start shaming people who don't know how to behave in public. You see it every day. Every single day. You see it. One of the worst is when somebody walks through a door and you've got to look back behind you to see if anyone else is coming. And if they're coming, you hold the door open. And I can't tell you how many times I see people nowadays where they go through the door, they don't turn around, and that door slams in somebody's face. We can move society ahead and be very close to one another through the simple gesture of holding a door open for somebody else. And you've got to start doing that again. It's not old school. It's good school. That's one of them. I'll come back and tell you the other 4 when we come back.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
I added a 6th to the list. A 6th of I got to correct behavior. Because we have a pretty big audience here at KFI. We're number 1 on Facebook, thanks to Sharon Bellio. We're number 1 on Instagram now, thanks to last week. We had a bunch of people sign up. And we're number 1 on Twitter, I think.
For the shows,
yes. Yeah. There's no show that has more Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter than ours.
That's correct.
We dominate in all 3 fields.
Yes.
And we're very close. We're number 2 on TikTok.
Yeah, KFI and then Steve Gregory, I believe.
Right, but of all the shows, we're number 1 on Facebook, 1 on Instagram, 1 on Twitter, and number 2 on TikTok.
Yes.
Steve is going down. We're going to be number 1.
I like how Bellio said, and Steve Gregory.
Yeah, Steve Gregory.
Well, come on.
What is it? Why is he so popular on TikTok? Is he doing nudes still?
Yeah, he's got some nudes up there.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Does he still have his OnlyFans page?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's where he makes all his money.
Yeah. Guy's hot.
He is.
Okay, these are the behavior areas I got to change. My wife said to me the other day, she said, at this restaurant, they're offering buy one, get one half off. And she said they're offering a BOGO special. I go, well, that's not BOGO. BOGO is buy one, get one. BOGO. Buy one, get one half off is BOGO ho. BOGOHO.
Yeah.
That's not BOGO. BOGO ho is buy one, get one half off. That's a small one we can live without correcting that. Here are the ones that I've got to correct immediately. I drove to Las Vegas and drove home. Gang, if there are 2 lanes, you've got to stay the F out of the fast lane unless you're doing 90 or passing somebody. You cannot do 65 or 70 in that lane.
I have seen something, and I have had it confirmed to me on social media. Recently, I've noticed more and more that big rigs are in the fast lane and even the lane next to it. They're moving into the passing lane now on freeways on a regular basis, and I've noticed it the last couple of weeks, and I thought, is it just me? Am I noticing it? But then I saw someone just a couple of days ago on social media saying, hey, what's with all the trucks now getting in the passing lanes?
Yeah, I see full-on charter buses in those lanes, too.
Yeah.
You know, I see it
sitting in there, too, not just a pass.
Right, now going 55.
Yes, I see that all the time as well.
In the diamond lane. I'm like, what's going on with this guy? Anyway, so please get out of the fast lane. And every time I drive by, I've got to look at the driver. I've got to look at him or her to see what they look like.
Oh, yeah.
And they're always the same.
Constipated?
They're just, they look like they have nothing left to live for in life. They're just burnt the F out.
Yeah.
They're just numb.
Don't they get it when all the cars are passing them constantly?
And swearing at them.
A dirty look? Yeah.
They don't get it.
Flashing, honking, flipping off.
Yes.
Yes. And they're going to get shot. I'm trying to protect them. Yeah. People are pissed. So that's one. Another one we talked about before, hold the door open. When you go through a door in a business, a restaurant, office building, whatever it is, doctor's office, you open the door and then you look behind you to see if anyone's coming and you hold the door open for them. I don't know where mom or dad didn't teach you that, but I can't tell you how many times I see that now. People just barreling through the door and they're gone. Another one, if you're at Starbucks or Chick-fil-A or Chipotle, somewhere where there's a lot of ordering online, and then there's a counter there where they push the bags up, don't stand 2 inches from that counter.
Yeah.
Back off.
Yeah.
It's the same thing at airports when you're picking up your luggage, when you're at the luggage.
That's exactly right. Yeah. You've got to give it a 5 to 7 foot buffer. Easily. Back the F off that counter. Don't make us come and have to push you down to get our coffee. Because we will. We will. So that's another one. The Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, don't stand where they're pushing the food out. Just don't do it. Here's another one I saw at casinos. Casinos have a very specific area to walk on. It's usually tiled. You go through the middle of the casino or the hotel, and that is a moving area. People are moving. You don't sit in a with 5 friends just chatting with each other with your drink. You got to keep moving. And if you're not moving, get the F off those tiles and get onto carpet somewhere. When there's clearly an area where people are moving, keep moving. Please stop congregating. It's especially in a very crowded area. And the last one, and it's a big one, and I don't understand how this happened. You don't have to smoke weed everywhere you go. I can't tell you how many times in Vegas I walked by a guy or a gal smoking weed in public. Wasn't weed? Don't we all remember it was a criminal offense? You can get thrown in jail for doing it, but that was part of the lure of it. That was part of the excitement that you could be thrown in jail for it. And now people do it in public. You can smell it everywhere. It's probably not good for the kids, but I really don't care about that angle. I just don't like the obvious. There's nothing fun about smoking pot in public. You got to remember it was a criminal activity. You got to treat it that way. That's part of the fun. That's what made it great, is that you were doing something illegal and it was getting you high. So if you just do it in public and everyone sees you doing it, it's kind of gross. And again, I'm not an anti-drug guy. I'm just, let's do it in a guest house of a guy a sin bin. Let's do it in somebody's, in the bushes somewhere. Let's not do it in public. Nobody really wants to smell it when they're walking around. You just look like an idiot as well. So to recap here, buy one, get one is BOGO. Buy one, get one half is BOGO ho. And you've got to put on the other 2 letters. If you're in Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, where they're moving food out, a lot of people ordering online, don't stand right next to the counter. All of these are going to help you prevent you from getting shot, by the way. That's what they're going to do. If you're driving on a 2-lane highway, stay to the right, pass to the left, period. Or if you're in the left-hand lane, you got to be going fast. You got to be doing, don't get in that lane and go 70. The speed limit 70. That minimum is 80, 85 in that lane. Minimum. Hold the door open for people. A lot of kids aren't doing that nowadays. Keep walking in a hotel or a casino where there's a walkway. Don't stop. And stop smoking weed in public. Treat it like it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. A criminal offense where you can go to prison for it, jail for it. Treat it that way. You'll have more fun. Just don't be so conspicuous. Don't do it in public. It's more fun to try to sneak it over on people. People don't know whether you're high or not. If you're smoking weed, everyone knows you're high. You gotta smoke it in a bush or in a parking lot or behind a building, then come out and present your highness. But don't do it in public. It's not that fun.
Or the stairwell to the parking garage.
Yes, everyone does that here. Man, when the afternoon shift is about to change to evening or morning's about to change to, at noon, everybody in this building is smoking in the hallway, in the walkways, in the stairwells. Everybody. A lot of high people on the air here. All right. Not here. Like other radio stations. All right. We're live on KFI AM 640.
Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.